Welcome back. It's Friday night, and of course, you're here for this week's episode of On the Peg with me, the Mad Montreal Man. And yes, I have a new soundboard. So every now and then you might hear some weird little not sure how loud it is. I'll find out in the editing. But, nothing came in this week. You'd think with all these pre-orders, something would have shown up. But no, nothing came in. I even have 2 things from Marvel Toys themselves coming. Then I checked. Delivery 6 to 8 weeks to Canada. Todd, you were once one of us. Why are you doing this to us? I got a guy in Australia getting stuff that I haven't even seen for pre-order yet. And I'm waiting for stuff that I ordered from your store for 6 to 8 weeks. You think of it, you think that we would get it first, being his land of his birth, but no. But all that griping and whining and complaining aside, what do you say we get to opening up some of these sketch editions I talked about earlier? But before we get to that, I have an elephant in the room. It's something that a few people have asked me about. So I figure we're going to take it out of the box today, get rid of it, get it done with. I'm talking about Jackier. Come on. A like for Jackier. A like for your singer. Please. But no, I've had him kicking around for a while. And I figure after the last winters I did, I might as well take him out of the package. So, hey, let's get to it. I have my friend, my trusty ally in this adventure here, opening up action figures. You know him, you love him, you don't want to be on the bad end of him. He's Dr. Scalpel. So what do you say we let Dr. Scalpel do his magic, and we'll be back after this close-up. Now, I won't tell you how much this... Okay, I will tell you. These paces suck. This is what happens. It's literally... Normally, I have a hard time having the bases hold the figure up. This time, I had a hard time keeping the base in. As soon as I went to put the loot into his hand, this kept on popping out. Not impressed with the base this time, Todd. You'd think for a guy like this it would hold. And it kind of does. But just don't touch it. Now, as for the figure itself, well, the loot is nearly impossible to get him to hold in the hand. I had to scratch the hand in, scratch the loot, and that's as good as it's going to get. Now, I do like the accessory, though. It's a cool accessory. It's not bad. The costume is sort of nicely detailed. I'm not a big fan of the articulation because there really isn't any. It's a weird pelvic area. It makes me think of the old DC Direct. Now, for the ladies and some gentlemen out there you go. Butt shot! there is nice detail in the costuming, and compared to some of the other Witchers that I've gone through, it's actually not a bad face sculpt. The funny thing is, I look at this face sculpt, and I'm thinking, DC Comics has that new member of the Spectrum Corps, the new Lantern, the Sadness Lantern. That head sculpt. It is just where I was like. The funny thing is, when I got him out of the package and I saw the face, my first thought was front of the shelf if I had a Witcher shelf. Now, if I did have a Witcher shelf and he'd be at the front of it, he'd be on the front left corner. This way, to quote the famous Sagglepuss, exit stage left, whoa, as soon as the tomatoes started flying. I mean, if you're a Witcher fan of the first 2 seasons, you need to have them. And I have to admit, me and my daughter Nika, when we used to watch a show, we did like this guy a lot. So, I don't mind having him. It's okay. He's just, literally, I just put him down. Frustration, thy name is Action Figure Bases. Alright, moving on. I still have 3 figures for you today, and guess what? They're all Batman, and they're all sketch. This is what happens when nothing comes in, folks. This is life of a toyaholic. But we're going to start off with the one I've had kicking around the longest. Batman from the Black Adam storyline, Sketch Edition. Once more, to the skills of Dr. Scalpel we go. Back momentarily. Needed that little bit of a jolt of energy there to keep me going. And I know I'm cutting my head off a lot when I do this, but who cares? Okay, now it does come with the comic book, like it did with the last time I got a Black Adam storyline direct DC. I do like the fat comic books and at least a printed cover in gray tones. The card's useless. But let's get to the figure. Now, I've already reviewed the actual Batman that comes with that storyline without the sketch. No spare hands. Nope. One of these. What I find interesting about all of these sketch designs I've opened up so far, there seems to be a pattern evolving here. It's always on the right side that they're in shadow. Notice? It's kind of weird. But everything seems to be on the right side. I'm looking at the other 2 in a minute. Right side. Right side. Interesting! I guess if you're going to do a shelf with only sketch editions, you're going to have one major light source this side hitting him like this so that the shadows make more sense. As for the figure itself, well, one thing I noticed when I got this guy without the sketch edition, he's short. He's not as tall as your normal Batmans. He's actually a little smaller than the same Supergirl from the same storyline, which is kind of interesting. It's not a bad sculpt. The highlights on the head sculpt make it look pretty good. You know, no alternate hands, which is a bit of a bummer. The Batarang's okay. The cape is thick, which is heavy. Not a bad Batman design overall. But I don't think of it as sketch as much. As this is more like winter camo. I don't know why. I look at it and I think this is more of a winter camo outfit. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Maybe it is me. But maybe with that music hit, it's time to get to the next action figure of the day. And guess what? It's another Batman! And it's another sketch edition! We are going to do... Let's see, which one do I want to do? Oh, well, let's go with the Hazmat from the Amazo series. That's right. I figured, why not? That makes me think of winter camo. Makes me think of another type of camo. Winter again. There's a theme here. It's October. It's Friday. It's actually cold today. Winter's around the corner, especially here in the Great White North. Even though it normally goes from green to gray, I miss the colors, but we're doing a sketch edition, so there's no color today. No golden leaves, red leaves. Okay, that does happen, but it only lasts about a week. It's kind of like the cherry blossoms in Japan. You gotta catch it just right. And that little beep tells me it's time to get Mr. Scalpel out. He's a Mister too. He's Lordship his Scalpel. We know, we love him as Dr. Scalpel. There's just something so satisfying about that first cut into a sealed figure. It just kind of drives... Oh, especially when it's a limited edition. Only 5,100 of these. I know I love doing it because it's something I've seen reviewers do where they buy 2 of something, they keep 1 mint in package. It's an action figure! Take it out! Take that plastic, make a first cut, and then just rip that. Make a decent first cut. There we go. Decent first cut. And then you just rip that plastic off, because what's the point of having an action figure if you're just going to put it in a box and leave it on a shelf? It's the same thing with those Platinum Series 1. It's in a box with a picture. It might be empty inside. Think about it. All right. I'm going to continue getting him out of the package with the help of Dr. Scalpel. We'll be back in a moment. Whoa! Woo! New plastic smell! Oh! Oh, God! I gotta finish taking this guy out. I gotta catch my breath. Still haven't cracked that below 1,000 of the limited series ones. One day I'll get one that's below 1,000. But let's get to the action figure himself. Now I have 2 other versions of him. I've got the regular one, and I've got the one with the light up chest. He doesn't light up. He doesn't. Now as for the figure himself, well, it's got some pretty good articulation. I do like it. It's a shame this doesn't light up. That'd have been so cool. But it doesn't. It's got the same kind of backpack, but I don't think it has the... No, it doesn't have the switch to light it up. I actually like this guy better than the regular hazmat suit guys. There's one reason for that. Remember how I said the Batman from the Black Adam makes me think of winter camo? This makes me think of fall urban camo, like urban city camo. That and it's a hazmat suit makes even more sense. This is biological hazmat urban city camouflage. I don't see the sketch in it too much, but once again, it's mostly on the right side. You're going to light them this way and have, oh look, it's darker on this side. This one I actually do like. I actually like this guy. And this is actually working. Hasn't fallen down once. So if I put him with the other 2, even though I'm thinking about doing a sketch-only shelf, the way things are going, but if I were to put him with the other 2 hazmat suits, front of the shelf, of course, it's actually a really cool design. I like this one. This is what I recommend. If you can track him down, pick him up. I do recommend him. Of course, it comes with the plastic base, white and black. I was expecting that. Which leaves me with only one action figure for you today. Last one of the day. I know, it seems to be going fast today. Well, there's not much to talk about. I've actually reviewed 2 of these bodies before, so articulation, go back and watch the old videos. All right. Batman from the Hush storyline. Oh, there's only 4,800 of these guys. How many were the other one? How much was the... Oh, that was just an exclusive comic book. This wasn't limited. All right. So we went from 5,100 to 4,800. Oh! I know, it's a very sick joy I have in driving those mint and package people crazy. But like I said in previous videos, if I take mine out of the package and you never touch yours, you leave it in the package forever, first of all, you don't know what's in there, but if you ever do go to sell it, okay, yeah, you'll have a little bit more value. But then again, who knows what the toy inside is going to look like? I mean, for example, the Hazmat Batman had that really strong plastic smell. Who knows what that would have been like, say, 10 years from now? If there's still a world in 10 years, who knows? Oh, and by the way, message to the Flat Earthers out there, you're wrong. There's been a lot of Flat Earther videos popping up in my feeds lately, which is weird. I'm a science guy. I'm a nerd. I'm a geek. I'm an action figure toyaholic. Why am I getting Flat Earth stuff popping up in my feed? You watch one video, and it's like non-stop. And they're funny to watch because they are kind of insane. Wow, they really are insane. Speaking of insane, let's let Dr. Scalpel go to town and get this guy out of the package. Hey, mint and package people, look. Oh. Don't you just want to do that to your toys? To your action figures? You want to take them out, rip them open? I even seen a trend lately. Last time I was down at the store, at the Reno Mall, there was a guy walked into the Lego store. The Lego store. That's another type of collection that I think a lot of people buy Legos. Actually, more people buy Legos than buy these guys. I don't know why. They're painful to step on. They're expensive to buy. And I'm not 5 years old anymore. But as I was about to say, this guy walked into the Lego store. And he walked out and he was grumpy. And I said, well, what's up? Well, they only had one of the one I wanted. I'm like, and? I want 2! He wanted 2 sets of this Lego set. So he could have one open and built, and the other one he was going to keep sealed. Mint in package. It was a $200 set. Now, he did buy the one, but he was upset that they couldn't find another Lego store in town that had it. You spend $200 on Lego, and you make fun of me for buying an action figure. Oh no, it's there. I'll be back. Oh man. Ow! I'm not sure this is worse than the glow in the dark ones. Back in a moment. The frustration I feel of trying to get this guy to stand on this thing. Now, compared to the Hazmat Batman and the Batman from the Blackout, he does come with 2 spare hands and not 1, but 2 Batarangs. So yeah, so when it comes to accessories, she's got more of them. Body sculpt, I do like this Batman body sculpt. I liked it before, I like it now. Nice detail. The ears are actually sharp and pointy on this guy. Whew. Yep. I will say one thing. He is stiff. I warmed him up just to bend the knee to get him to stand somewhat, because this thing just weighs him down so much and it pulls him down. As for the sketch, well, it kind of makes me think of a sketch drawing. Once again, though, the light's coming from his left side, casting a shadow on the right. The thing is, though, as I'm looking more and more at these sketches, I think I probably will do a sketch edition shelf eventually, once I get all the shelves done. I will toss in the manga Batman, because it's like a sketch of manga Batman, except there's not solid black on one side. But, black and white comic book, you would have this kind of thing. And I'm old enough to remember, back in my younger days, I'm so old now, I remember when comic books came out in French, but they were black and white on the inside, which was really weird, too, reading, Fantastic Four, Superman in French. Yeah. It's as weird as reading Asterix in English. It just doesn't work. My brain didn't work that way. But, okay, quit telling me. My time's not up yet. My thing keeps on beeping. But let's just take a look here. Overall, he is a nice figure. I do like him. Now, out of all the sketches I got today, he's going to tie for front of the shelf. Sorry, I'm being beeped a lot right now. But no, there he is. I do recommend him. I do say if you can get him, pick him up. Like I said, there's only 4,800 of these. You might have a bit of a hard time. Oddly enough, this is what smells more than him. When I opened him up, I got that same bam of this. But not a bad action figure. And that's it for the show today. I'm sorry I have nothing else. As you can see, I've got 2 things for the Marvel Monday. I still have the statue, which I have no idea I'm going to put. And, I do have one other thing. But that's going to be next Friday, because the way things are going, nothing's coming in. It's all going to be in one massive dump in November, isn't it? Gut feeling. But next week, should nothing come in, as we're doing our countdown from 5100 to 4800 to this guy here. And there's only 4,350 of these guys. So even more limited. This will be next week. I was hoping to save that one for episode 52, but at the rate we're going, I'll be doing this in episode 52. But all that said, I hope you guys have a great weekend. Please do. Stay safe out there. There was a shooting near my place, 100 feet from my place, last night at midnight. No one was hurt, but you wouldn't expect this in this neighborhood, but it happened. So, makes me realize that it's even more and more important nowadays to stay healthy. Yeah, stay healthy. Yes, I'm having fun with my new little soundboard. And of course, when you have action figures and you haven't been shot, well, that's a very good thing. Because when you have action figures, even if they don't stand very well, but they are well sculpted, and they make you smile, it's a good way to stay happy. Stay happy! Stay happy! Stay happy! Stay happy! And if you're wondering, am I losing my mind? Yes, I am losing my mind. It feels like I'm under house arrest for the past 10 months. I haven't had a job, and I'm going crazy. Going stir crazy. It's one of the reasons why I do this show. This is my little bit of holding on to sanity, is doing this show for you guys. So I hope you guys appreciate it. Give me a like and a subscribe and share the videos if you do, because this is my only thing in my life that helps me to stay positive. That's right. This is what's keeping me sane, is this show. I know you're thinking there's not much sanity left there, but no. Once again, thank you guys all for watching the videos, liking, and subscribing, and sharing the videos. And who knows, as 52 episodes is approaching, season 3 is going to wrap up. And hopefully we'll have more fun with season 4. Who knows? But we still have a few more episodes to go before we get there. And on that note, I will see you guys on Monday. And let me know, which Marvel Legend should I open on Monday? Send me a comment. And we'll see you guys on Monday. That sucked. Let's try that one again, shall we? Hands. Okay, that's my symbol.